Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm filming my annual fall lipstick video, and this year's edit, you guys, is so good. It's so good. I'm so excited to jump into all of these beautiful shades from my favorite formulas, and I did include some more subtly fall lipstick shades just in case if you want a tinge of autumn in your lip combo. So before we get into all of these lipsticks, I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started. I just got back from the nail salon. I got my nails done for the occasion. This is what I went for this time. It's like a nice dark green with glossy tips. Really, really fun. It kind of looks like the Starbucks green. I don't know if I'm gonna get tired of that. But let's start off with the lipstick I'm wearing, and that is the Rare Beauty Lip Oil in the shade Affection. When this came out, I was so excited to whip it out during the fall. It just embodies fall to me. It just feels like a good girls' night with wine, right? That's just the vibe that this lipstick gives me. It's not like a typical lip oil at all. It doesn't really feel glossy at all. It just has a really nice sheen that feels really thin on the lips. And when that sheen fades off, it leaves behind the most beautiful, deep grape stain. You'll see in the demo shot, but it is such a rich stain. It's stunning and it lasts all day. This is such a comfortable formula to wear, and I love how long wearing it is. So we're starting off with a fantastic one. But let's continue talking about Rare Beauty. I love these two bullet lipsticks in the shades Strong and Gifted. Gifted was my #1 fall shade of last year, and I was so excited to bring it out again. It's this gorgeous, gorgeous kind of mauvey burnt red. Look at that. And the formula is to die for as well. If you're really into the matte look, but you want comfort, look no further. This is amazing for that. It has a very cloudy, kind of moussey feel that doesn't feel too thick on the lips. It has great pigmentation. They're very, very opaque and pigmented. You're not going to get any streakiness, even with the super, super deep shades. And what's really awesome about this, they also have matching lip liners in the exact same shade, just in case if you want that precision. Let me know if you guys are interested in seeing like a favorite fall lipstick combo video. I've never done that before, surprisingly, but I could totally do that. I just wanted to mention, I love lining my lips with the shade Strong in the lip liner with Gifted. It just creates a really nice combination. Look at that. Really, really gorgeous. I believe I've done that before on my channel. These are two amazing shades. Let's shake things up with a gloss. I was completely infatuated with the Half Magic Beauty gloss in Frosty Bitch, and I knew I was going to feel the exact same way about this shade in the fall time. This is the Half Magic Beauty Magic Drip Magic Brownie gloss, and it's a beautiful, warm toned gloss. It honestly gives me vibes of a pumpkin spice latte, but gasified because of all of the different colored glitter inside. It has a beautiful array of shimmer. There's some pink, some blue, some green, just all of it in there. So it looks kind of like a boring neutral lip, but when you get closer, it's like a rainbow. It's so fun. It's like a little party. But this is gorgeous on your lips. It's such a flattering formula, and it has a good longevity actually. It has like a nice tacky grip to it that's not too sticky, and it doesn't create any gloops. It just has the right amount of grip to stay on your lip for a long time. And this is one of the best glittery glosses I've come across because the glitter is super microscopic, so it doesn't feel gritty on your lips, and it just does a really beautiful flattering thing on your lips. It just makes them look really juicy and hydrated and plump. The glitter is like an illusion. It makes your lips look glossier than they actually are. It's just an amazing formula, and I feel like I could literally talk about it all day. This next set of shades are the epitome of fall for me. I can't wait to bring these back every single year. These are the Armani Lip Maestros in the shades 209, 216, and 531. These are beautiful. And this is a really unique formula. I have not come across something like this. At first, when it goes on, it looks kind of moussey and velvety and kind of matte, like here. But once it settles in and adjusts to the warmth of your hand, or your lips rather, it melts in and they become very beautiful and satin-like on your lips. They have a gorgeous texture. They feel really nice and creamy, but silky, and they have such a beautiful finish, and they're so opaque, and the colors are just so unbeatable. This one is my #1 favorite. It's Palazzo, I believe is the actual name. It's a stunning warm brown with like a reddish orangey base. Beautiful. And these two right here have a subtle pearl that just makes your lips look really plump, even though they're a very dark color. Usually when you put on really bold lips, they can tend to make your lips look smaller, but because of that pearl, it just helps to contradict that. I would say out of all of the lipsticks in this video, these are my #1 favorites for fall for sure. This next one is more on the subtle side. This is the L'Oreal Paris Glow Paradise Balm-in-Lipstick in the shade 200 Mulberry Bliss. I think this would be beautiful paired with like a beautiful bold burgundy eye. Can you see it? I can see it so clearly. This is a really fun formula. Honestly, I take every opportunity to talk about this formula. It's really interesting because when you're not looking at it, when it's just on your lips and you're not looking in a mirror, it almost feels powdery and very, very thin and not there. But the effect is so glossy. It's confusing. It's like, where does this effect come from? Like the formula feels like it shouldn't give off this type of shine. It's super, super glossy, but it doesn't have that thick classic gloss feel like we're used to. And because of that kind of powdery feel, they have great longevity, but I just think this shade is going to be one of my top worn this season. I must talk about the Saie lip blurs. This is one of the most beautiful lipstick formulas in my opinion. It has a lot of my favorite qualities when it comes to lipsticks. My two favorite shades though are Nouveau and I'm having trouble reading this. It's it's so stupid. Dada. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Stupid. I'll quickly swatch them on the back of my hand here. But one is like a beautiful kind of modern 90s brown nude, you know? This just embodies the 90s for me. But the amazing thing about this formula is it feels, actually, now that I'm putting some formulas head to head here, it feels like a combination of the Rare Beauty bullet lipsticks and the MAC Powder Kiss bullet lipsticks with something else, something a little more unique in there too. But this is an amazing formula to wear full on, like it was just swatched, or completely blurred out for like a movie lip. It just looks just kissed or just bitten. I don't know, they're beautiful colors. This is another amazing option if you prefer a matte finish with a very comfortable feel. Next up, we have an icon. It's the Clinique Almost Lipstick in the shade Black Honey. And this year I found out that they actually have a gloss in the same shade. I'll talk about that in a second here, but Black Honey by Clinique is iconic. If you're a fan of The Lord of the Rings, this is the lipstick that Liv Tyler is wearing. That's the only reason why I watched that movie, is because of Liv Tyler. Do not tell my boyfriend. Okay. That's the only part I'm interested in. Anyways, but what makes it so special is that it's color balanced, so it's going to suit anyone's skin tone and undertone. And the formula is super special because it goes on sheer, but it adds the perfect amount of vibrance and brightness to your lips. It almost makes it look like this is your natural lip color, or it's just going to be super, super flattering. So this is kind of like the balm version. And now I'll swatch the gloss. And this gloss is specifically the creamy gloss in Black Honey Pop 01. I almost prefer the gloss because it's a bit more pigmented and it gives a little bit more oomph to my lips. I love a gloss. I'm a gloss girl through and through. So you can see it's the same tone, but just a lot more vibrant. And I love to top this gloss on top of almost anything. It's super flattering. Let's see what it looks like on top of this. It just takes your lip combo to the next level, makes it look a little bit more vampy, or wearing this on its own is just delightful. So there we are. We could not talk about Black Honey. Cute. I take any opportunity to talk about these lipsticks too. These are the About Face Cherry Pick Lip Color Butters, and these are my three favorite shades for autumn. Look at them. My number one is Wicked Apple, but I also have the Cranberries and Cherry Good. This is such a unique formula. They're so ultra pigmented, but they have this crazy shine. They almost look like latex on the lips. That's the best way to describe it. But they feel very comfortable. They don't feel like you're wearing latex on your lips. They feel kind of like a lacquered gloss. And they have a nice cooling sensation. They don't actually like plump your lips. They just feel really nice and cooling. But the pigmentation does not match its formula and feel. Usually these type of products are more on the sheer side, but these are so incredibly pigmented and opaque and gorgeous. They're one of a kind for sure. The lighter colors give me vibes of the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glows, but the darker shades are just completely unique to me. I've never come across a formula that could do this too. It's amazing. I have a variety of MAC favorites. This is another formula I bring out every autumn. This is the Powder Kiss Liquid Lip Color, and my two favorite shades are Pretty Pleats and Make Love to the Camera. Make Love to the Camera is the perfect autumn red. It's so gorgeous and vibrant on the lips, and this formula is super comfortable. It's a more matte version of the Armani Lip Maestros. They have that same feel where they go on feeling a little bit thicker, but then they just melt onto your lips and they feel so comfortable. I love the applicator too. I just find it super easy to put on your lips with a little ball on the end, and then you can flip it on its side to just cover your whole lip very quickly. It's just such a beautiful, consistent formula. The shades just are so fall to me. And it's another one of those formulas that have that silky, cloudy feel, but with a thinner consistency. These are incredible. They also have a range of powder kisses. This is the liquid version. I'm also a huge fan of the slim sticks in these 3 shades. Over the Taupe, which is a perfect, more subtle one, it gives me subtle, grungy 90s hues with a little bit of warmth, so it's still flattering. Nutmeg Ganache, which I think would be amazing for those of you who have olive undertones. It has quite a yellowy green undertone to it, but it's a unique brown. I haven't seen a brown like this before, and my last one here is a very dark brown. It's the shade Love Clove, and this one has a lot of mauve hues to it. I would say that the liquid lip colors have a lot more pigmentation and they feel a lot more intense, whereas these can be a little bit more on the sheer side. They have kind of like a softer feel to them, where these have a lot more contrast. And one of my newer favorites, I couldn't wait for fall for this. This is the Squirt stick in the shade Lower Cut. I thought that this would be perfect for fall. I was going to include the black one, but I think I would always do it as a lip combo with that. I wouldn't ever just wear it on its own, whereas I wear this one on its own all the time. It does not swatch well, and I swatched it in the worst possible spot. Let's go down here. These are super, super delicate. They adjust to the warmth of your skin immediately. They are a similar formula to like the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glows or the About Face Cherry Picks, where they have that super glossy feel in a stick, but these have a nice translucency to them. They're really fun to create lip combos with, but this shade on its own is so dreamy. This formula also is a plumping one, but it doesn't have a stinging plumping effect. It has that more minty, cool feel. But here are all of my MAC favorites. I have some favorites from e.l.f. I have 2 shades from the O Face line. My all-time favorite color, this is the shade I wore to the launch party. So it has a little bit of a sentimental thing to me, but it's the shade Shameless. It just has a beautiful combination of colors. I feel like it has cranberry tones, mauvey tones, and just like muted fall tones too. Do you see what I mean? This is another formula that is amazing if you blend it and blur it out. This formula, it clicked in my mind the other day when I wore a different shade. It feels so much like the Bite Beauty lipsticks, and Bite Beauty is no longer with us, RIP, but this formula is super similar. But this formula is super similar to the Bite lipsticks, and they come in a variety of beautiful tones, but this one is my favorite. And I also wanted to recommend the best black lipstick I've ever come across. It's the shade All Night. It is so dark and so pigmented and even, whoa, that swatch went crazy. Yeah, it's the darkest black lipstick I've ever used. So I wanted to recommend this one just in case if it goes with your Halloween costume or anything, if you like to wear black lipstick. I think a black lipstick could be so beautiful and so classy. You just have to wear it the right way. It's super intimidating, but it's not that far off from dark reds. I don't know, that's just what comes to my mind. But stunning formula. It has a gorgeous kind of satiny sheen, and if you don't want that satiny sheen, you can tissue it to remove that color and it'll look a little bit more matte. But yeah, they killed it with this formula. Honestly, these are so similar to Bite. They even have the little magnetic closure. And I could not talk about the glossy lip stain in the shade Berry Queen. It's a really beautiful, vibrant purple. It feels very wicked to me. I feel like the Evil Queen in Snow White would wear this for some reason, right? Do you feel like she'd wear that too? I don't know why, but it's stunning. And this is another product that stains so evenly and beautifully. It's a gorgeous shade. Quickly, I wanted to touch on the shade Cinnamon Dreams from e.l.f. I can't wear this one, but I think it would be another great option if you have a super olive undertone. This is the shade there. It's like a very pretty olivey grayish. I can't wear it, but I keep it in my collection because it's such a stunning color. I just like to look at it. Oh, I just wanted to take a second to compare the Rare Beauty lipstick that I'm wearing today with the e.l.f. one. The e.l.f. one is a lot more vibrant, but I'll show you their stains now. they're different too. This is a lot more warm and this one stays purple. But let's talk about the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink in the shade 135 Fearless. I have tried some of these in the past, the shades that are a little bit more nude to my skin tone, and they're very streaky, but this shade is different. It's different from the others I have found. These, you have to make sure to shake them up for a little bit. I would do as long as possible until you get bored, and then it's super beautiful and even. But this is a gorgeous molten chocolate look. And what makes these really special is that it's a long-lasting, shiny lipstick like this. They do end up drying down, kind of like a liquid lipstick, and it doesn't have that much transfer. It does transfer a little bit for me, but not much for this type of sheen, and it lasts like this on your lips for a long time. So it's a really unique formula, and the shade is just gorgeous. I recently used this in my Giving Into the Fall Tones video, so if you want to see a look based around this lip color, go check that one out. Remember how in love I was with this Romand lipstick? It's the Glasting Water Tint in the shade 08 Rose Dream. Well, I found the autumn version for me. It's the shade 04 Vintage Ocean. I'll do a little swatch of both so you can see the differences. My hand is going to be so stained from here on out. So that one is Rose Dream. It just gives me summer vibes. It could work for fall too, but it was just my summer favorite. And here's Vintage Ocean. You can see it's just like the burnt, more orangey version of that. And this is a really unique lip formula. It has two levels to it. The first level is that super silky, glossy, balmy feel, and then it stains your lips underneath. I always say that it feels like a lip combo in one. It feels like you put on a lip stain and a gloss on top, but it's just one step, one product. Really cool. I'm just trying to let these have a moment to stain my hand here so you can see what they look like. But this is a gorgeous formula, and I wish they had as many shades as they do in the Juicy Lasting tints in this formula, because I do prefer this one over the Juicy Lasting tints. I feel like this stain lasts a lot longer on me, and same as the overlay on top too. Here, I just wiped off the top layer to reveal the stain. So gorgeous. I have another Romand product. This is the Glasting Melting Balm. These are very new to me, but I think this is going to be a huge favorite of mine. I purchased 4 of them, but I think the shade Mauve Whip is going to be stunning this season. Here it is. And what makes these really, really exciting to me is how pigmented they are for their feel. They feel like a classic just lip balm, but they're so pigmented. I was shocked by the amount of pigmentation when I first got my order. Really exciting. I have not worn them yet, but I just wanted to highlight this shade because I feel like it's going to be a big one. Oh, so cute. Hold up, I wanted to clarify that. It's not going to be my first time wearing this formula. I just haven't worn this specific shade. I have worn these 2 shades quite a bit. Cocoa Nude, right over there. I'm losing spots with all of my staining. And this bright pink, lovely pink. This went by so quickly. We're already at my last lip product. And my last fall favorite is the NYX Fat Oil Lip Drip in the shade Status Update. If you're a fan of the Dior lip oils, I think you're going to like these a lot, because these I actually prefer these over the Dior ones. First of all, for the price, and also they're a little bit more pigmented, but they have a very similar feel. They have that tacky feel, but then they melt on your lips and they stay really nice. Status Update is this gorgeous brownie rusty color. It's so stunning. It's a stunning one to layer on top of any other product or to wear on its own. I just love its even pigmentation and its super glass sheen to die for. But there we have it. Those are all of my fall favorites. I would love to know if you're going to pick up any of these, or if you have a go-to shade that you whip out every fall. I would love to know what your go-to is in the comments down below. But that's going to be all from me. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I will link and list every single lip product in the description down below, so feel free to check that out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.